Hola amigos, welcome to live stream number 97. 97. Woohoo! I'm so happy to be here. I hope everybody's having a great Sunday. Or it is mornafternoon for you, so it may be Saturday late. It might be Sunday morning. Might be Monday. I don't know. Hope you're having a great day or eve. I know I am. Let's see who we got joining us today for live stream number 97. And we have a lot to go over today. And this is going to be fun. We have a lot we're going to talk about today. Let's see. Number one. Look at radios with number one. There's Bonnie. There's Mr. Barry. How are you, sir? Matthew is here. Hola. Hey, Mike, you're here. What's the matter? You're here on top. It's good to see you, buddy. I hope you're doing well. It is that time already, Angus. Jim Cahill is here. Jim and I just had some fun back and forth on Facebook Messenger. Found an Archon Pro 600 for 160 euros yesterday. It's about 200 bucks. That's a really good price. Did you get it? The big question is, did you get it? Anyone else want a Nikon F5 for a steal? You know, Mike, I got to get with you because I do. I want my steal. So Mike and I, we've already talked. So Mike, I know I didn't email you back. I was giving you some time because I know you had some family issues. And but yes, I'm ready. So you just tell me what to do. You know what? I will email you. Yeah, if you're looking for a Nikon F5, what a beautiful 35mm still camera. I love Nikon still cameras. So get with Mike, Fly-No. If you need his contact information, email me and I will give it to you. He's already given me blanket permission. And he's giving these things, I'm telling you, he'll work a deal with you. He's a good dude. Film is being delayed another week since I found another phonograph. Hey Eric, how are you? Oh, you got another one on eBay radios. You love those things. I wish I had enough space. I wish I had as much space as you do for cameras. But as Travis and Dave Knopp can tell you, because they've both been here, I have no space. Hey, there's Jeffrey. How are you, buddy? No new cameras this week. I do. I'm going to show you in a minute. I did that warped record one. I don't know what that means. That's you guys. And a CP16 went for 470 here in Sweden yesterday. Started at 100. That's actually probably not. That's about normal. Bonnie, for a CP, depending on condition, I see them on eBay for 400 or 500 quite regularly. I would say if you were savvy in purchasing and refurbing and putting together CP16s, you could probably make a lucrative amount of side hustle cash. Because they're great, fantastic, great cameras, by the way. Fly-No, I got an F3 HP for a steal. Oh, does he have an F3 HP? I love my F3. Angus, it's my favorite as of right now. Till I get with Mike, it may be the F5. My F3 is my all-time favorite. I don't have the HP though. Also shot free of 3 of my 20 rolls of Oro NC500 in 135. Have you gotten them developed, Bonnie, or developed them? I'd like to know what's going on with that. I have some NC film I'm going to talk about in 1 second. You guys probably saw it. I picked up one of those knockoff GoPro cameras for $1.50 at a flea market. Tried it out, probably worth 10 cents. You got robbed. Some of those things, man. It's like those 4K video cameras that they used to sell when like you know, handheld video cameras were hot. And it would say 4K on the side, but no brand name or anything. Those things were awful. Fly-No, great, thanks. Hey, there's Travis. What's up, buddy? Travis had to step away from social media for a while, and sometimes I feel like doing that. I don't blame him. I'm taking a tiny little hiatus from actual posting YouTube videos, just a couple weeks, because sometimes you need that step away for a couple weeks, and then boom, back in it hard. Because, man, I got a lot of things I want to talk about and show on YouTube. Sometimes you have to have, I guess if I were Seinfeld, I would say you got to have a step away. He's always got like a term for every incident. So I got to have a step away, just a couple weeks. It's been already a week since I posted, so I want to take another week and decompress. I can't leave my live stream, so I love doing these live streams. Thank you, Angus. Yes, click that like button. I got a Bolio 2008 in very nice shape, but it does not work. Oh, it doesn't work. Bummer. I saw the pictures. Jim, tell me, you would know. Difference between a 2008 and a 4008. Because visually, if you just look quick, they look identical. But I know you know the difference between the two. And as far as I know, the 2008 was their first real offering. I think that's... Did it come before the 1008, the plastic, Chinon or Bell & Howell looking camera, which I actually still would like to have. Hey, Butch Magnum's here. Greetings from Palm Desert today. I forgot to bring Angus's 8mm film to shoot out here. Sorry, Angus. I will get to it. Get to it. Mike says, you got it, Mike. Yes, we're good, Mike. I want to move forward whenever you are ready. I'll email you. Jim K, are you planning on getting it repaired? I'm sure if I know Jim Cahill, he's going to get it repaired. Got a Revere B61 8mm magazine camera. Teeny, barely larger than the Kodak 8mm magazine. Works great. Angus, I love those kind of cameras. Anything compacty for me is a win. Hey, Donald, how are you? Did you find your Airy at a thrift shop? Woo! I wish. I got my Airy on eBay. Hey, here's Lyle. How are you, buddy? Lanky Lime is here. Always good to see Mr. Lime. Lyle, I need to knuckle down on my entry for the showcase. Speaking of that, we have our very first entry that was submitted. He is a member. It's a very fun little horror film, exactly 5 minutes in length. Thank you for the submission, Fritz Robinson. So we have submission number 1 already. And I think what I'm going to do, pay attention, I think what I'm going to do is we're going to premiere, I got to pick the day, it's going to be in October, more than likely, premiere every film, right, consecutive, on a live stream first. And then we'll post them somewhere for people to view at their leisure. We'll put them like on a dedicated Filmboy24 YouTube page or something. But what we're going to do is we're going to premiere all of the festival showcase entries on a live stream. That'll be fun. So you have to make a live stream to see the actual premiere of the showcase. That's what we're going to do. Jeffrey says, I saw a bunch of slide projectors and 8mm film projectors. No Super 8 cameras. Bummer. Well, yeah, but most of them are in the U.S., so finding one in Sweden is probably the best thing that can happen, even the price is slightly. No, that's actually a good price, Bonnie. That's a good price, especially if it works. You got to get the battery packs, and they're really pretty easy to resell if you can just get the case open for the battery packs. I've done it. They're kind of hard to, you almost have to break them or take a Dremel tool, like a rotary tool with a really fine little saw and cut around, or 3D print a new case. But then you got to make the little female end of the pins. Lime says, I have a Jobo Expert drum sitting around and I might have a potential buyer for it. If you do get it, then I'm going to, whoa, it went away. If I do get it, then I'm going to pick up an RB67 for a really good price. I would like to have an RB67. I've been talking to Mark a little bit about getting a medium format camera, our regular Mark on here. Mark's Photo, I think. Not almost ready. I'm just not quite there yet. I want to get another one. Found one locally. That's the best time. The best ones because you can play with them first beforehand. 4K Jello Vision. Yeah, exactly. They were really not good. Oh, the voltage is there. 2008 is Bolio's first Super 8 camera. So even before the 1008, Jim, right? Huh. I almost bought that Elmo album 3600. It was in my cart on eBay, but I just froze. Did it sell? I got that out. I want to talk about that just for a minute. We're going to touch on something. 4008 is 7.2 volts. 2008 is 4.2 volts. Wow, that's nothing. Phew. Hey, Super Cine, how are you? There's got to be simple ways to power old cameras with readily available batteries like AA or 9 volt. Well, yeah, but if it's a 4.8, you won't use 9 volt. But yeah, there must be. I mean, you could always fabricate battery packs and stuff. I love making battery packs, you know, especially with the newer batteries. They just last a lot longer. Entity is here. Finally have to find someone to fix it. Pro 8 does not work on these. Maybe Filmwave. Eric says Zeiss Icon Movicon 8 double 8mm movie camera for about 30 bucks. Good deal. Says it works, but I've heard that before. That's okay. That's probably about in the right. Those cameras are kind of neat looking. If it works, I'd say that's not a terrible deal, Eric. Only person I wish Bjorn was in the U.S. You guys got Bjorn, we don't. Because I would send him, it's right above my head, my 6008 and have him fix the sound head in it. Well, I finally got everything situated here with the radium incident and had the counter spike at 6.3, is it Röntgen? I got it all contained and it's being prepped to ship out to better prepped collector. Wow. Congrats on getting everything contained safely. I wonder what it cost. Yeah, I heard Bjorn is always busy. It's so hard. I would ship it to Bjorn. So the issue for me would be, and it would be very expensive to ship, would be taking forever because I hear he gets still about a camera a day. If I do get it, the RB will probably want to sell the Press Universal I have. Maybe we could work something out if I do get the RB. Yeah, I don't know, Limelight. I might. I've been talking to Mark about getting one that I'm very interested in. So we'll see. I'm not sure yet. Hey, Charlie. How are you, buddy? Flying O, there is. I made a new battery pack for the Blue 4008 using mobile phone batteries. Works really well. That's pretty awesome. Lots of new names here today, or people from the past. Ow, that's sharp. Yeah, Lanky Lime is Limelight. Just changed his screen name. Donald was here last week, I believe. Aaron Mesher is a relative. That is my wife's brother, but his son is Charlie. He's our buddy. That's my nephew. And he's the one that's popping in to say hello. It's always good to talk to Charlie. Let's see. Let's see what's going on. I want to talk about a few things that I'm excited about. So this stream may run a couple minutes long, but that's okay. You guys got nothing to do today. Hey, Lyndon's here. How are you, Lyndon? Picked up a Kodak 110 camera for £1 in a charity shop over supper, loaded with film, ready to shoot, going to ABBA Voyage. I believe cannot shoot at concert, but take it on a route. Fresh cube also. That's pretty awesome. I loved ABBA. Is that ABBA that I'm thinking of, the band? When it comes to Cine cameras, the only other people I know only repairing still cameras. I know. Bye, Charlie. Take care, buddy. Over summer, not supper. Oh, okay. I thought you did it on your phone while eating supper. Do people still say supper, right? Nicole, do you say supper? She just says, I'm hungry. Go fix me some food. and then followed by some expletives.
Do your job.
Hey Bart, how are you, buddy? You could use a standard battery and a switching regulator board to step the voltage. Yes, that's true. That's true. A little more complicated than I'm involved in, but you could do that, absolutely. Put the voltage wherever you... Hey, there's Jack. How are you, buddy? Hello, Mike. Better late? Yes, better late than never. We've just been blabbing. I haven't even gotten to anything yet. Got plenty of time. It's a holiday weekend. Yes, happy Labor Day weekend, everyone. So, all right, first and foremost, thank you to our very good buddy, Mr. Angus, and you know why. Because I have the 2005 Angus August Archive. Thanks to Angus, and I will not turn this box around the other way because I'm not showing his address. So this is from our buddy Angus. He shipped this to me, and I want to show you guys. He always takes good care of me, but found film, right? Check this out. Found film. He buys cameras like a lot of us and then finds film rolls in them. Look at this, adding to the archives. I can't wait to see what's on them. Boom and boom. And a roll of regular 8. And then a film down on the bottom that I'm going to scan for he and I both to enjoy, the Poseidon Adventure, just to see what it's like. And that's a color sound film. Whoa. And then I'll be sending the original back to Mr. Angus. So Angus, thank you very much. Look at this. A lot of it is fully exposed. Some of it's not quite fully exposed, but all of these, which are the kind I like most, the Super 8 Ektachrome 160s, and he's got a nice paper sort of laying everything out, where he got, what he got, what cameras and whatnot. Some focal, which could be tricky, but we're going to have fun with that. And some more focal film. Not fully exposed yet, but thank you so much to our good buddy Angus McNaughton. Always taking care of us. You could use a Zenar diode and a few components and drop the voltage very easily. Yes. In fact, he is one of like 3 to 4 people in all of Europe that I know of. I think half of those either died or retired. And I think Bjorn actually worked for Beaulieu. I read somewhere. I know he was an employee there. He was a technician there. If anybody knows Beaulieu cameras, it is definitely Bjorn. Just offering the press as an option. The press. What did I miss, Lime? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I missed. Oh, I got you. I got you. Yes, thank you. As an option. Thank you very much. The camera. I appreciate it. I forgot to mention, but the Good Price RB was an antique shop of all places. Place had a lot of good cameras, including one of those early Kodak DCS digital backs for 35mm cameras in the late 90s. Those were neat. Makes my 2 or 3 rolls of found film I'm going to send seem small. No, I'll take 1 roll. I love having found film. I always love processing found film. I never had seen one of those DCS attachments in person before. I don't know that I've ever had one in hand either. I got some film. I posted this on the Facebook Filmboy24 community, but Daniel Whitner from Whitner Cinetech emailed and asked if I would like to try some sample and test some new film coming out. I'm always excited when there's a new stock hitting. Let me see how well this new camera, or the old camera is, the old laptop camera. So this is a sample package. There's a dummy cartridge in there. This was just for sample. You can see there, package sample. So I'm excited about trying this Wolfen Whitner Color 200. Similar, I guess, to the, was it the UN 400? Is that what it was? And the 500, well, 400 in Super 8. But this, I'm hoping, is somewhere in the same realm as possibly. It's a color negative film. I'm going to process it in ECN2, but I'm hoping it's going to fall somewhere, maybe not quite, but somewhere in the 200T realm. In fact, I'm not even sure if it's daylight. I think it's daylight stock. I feel like it's daylight stock, which would be even better. Yes, 100, it's notched for 160D. So I'm super excited about that. I will not be showing the results immediately because I did speak with him, and he says, you know, out of respect for him, I offered that I'm not going to do a video and show the results without his approval first. I'll show him the results, and as long as he's okay with it, then I'll do it. Stop it, Mike. Stop. She hasn't done that in a while, or he. I don't know if Bonnie is a he or she. We talked about this. Bonnie, can you confirm? Not that it's that important, but when I reference, I just want it to be right. I had never seen one of those DCS attachments in person before. We already read that, didn't we? Yeah, he started back in the 80s, became the last employee of the company here in Sweden, and bought the Swedish branch. At least that's how I remember. Yeah, I remember reading that. I remember reading a bit of history on Bjorn, and it was fascinating. He worked for another camera company as well. I don't remember who it was, and then migrated on over. One of the roles of found film was in the Nikon R10. Ooh, found film is like a box of chocolates. I have not decided yet, Bonnie. I don't know what we're going to do. Depends on the amount of current you need. Yes, I don't know much about all of that, but I need to learn because I want to build a couple of things. I'll be interested to see how those scan on the cheaper Super 8 scanner since its base isn't as orange as Vision stocks. Yeah, and there's no remjet, which is a big plus for especially for home developers and for pro labs because it's a lot less time, less steps, less work. And a couple Whitner Cinetech pens. These are cool pens. So thank you, Daniel, for taking care of that for me, sending these to me. I will have a lot of fun shooting those. Hey, Rich, how are you, buddy? Thanks for being here. Dark chocolate film. Yummy. Also, sadly, missed out on 5 rolls of 16mm Tri-X, 1 roll of Plus X, all expired. Was it a good deal, Bonnie? Bonnie, please do a Rick roll for the 100th. We'll see. Woo! Yes, they do have Super 8 film, Lyndon. They have the NC 400, Wolfenstocks. They have black and white, the UNC 500. They have a black and white, or 54 rather. They have a black and white stock. So yes, they have been in the game for a while. They also sell a lot of like Kodak stocks and accessories and things like that. So a great little company. They're not here, they're in Germany. So it's a little costly for us to get film here in the States. Hopefully it looks like the Opticolor old school film that's available in 35 and 120. It's made by Wolfen, looks great. Yeah, I can't wait to try it. In fact, that's why I wanted to talk about, you guys mentioned the album. You remember last week I talked about this camera? This belongs to Dave Knopp of Knopp Top. Hey, Matthew. Thanks again for processing the 160 mic. I love the look. You're welcome, Matthew. Let me know when you get those back, or did you get them back already? I sent them. Hopefully you did receive them safely. If not, they'll be there hopefully soon. So you guys remember, I talked about this. We kind of went through it. I showed some footage of it that I took. But I want to shoot a roll of this. First, I'm going to shoot a roll of this in something decent. Either my Beaulieu 6008 or my Canon 1014 XLS or my Canon 514 XL. I want to shoot a roll of this in something decent, right? These test rolls. And then, because I want to, let's see what it does first. But I'm also thinking about, as long as Dave Knopp is okay with me hanging onto this camera for a little longer, quite a bit longer, I want to shoot a roll of still images. As long as the film comes out good, and as long as Dave will let me hold onto this camera for a bit longer, I want to shoot one roll over 3,000 individual still pictures with this, the 3600 album made by Elmo. So we'll see. That's my plan. And then the third roll, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to shoot at all with it yet. I'm not positive. I'd like to shoot something halfway interesting with this. Does anybody have any suggestions? I mean, I'm not going to just film it in the backyard like I test cameras with. There's parks and stuff around here, but I don't know. I don't know what I want to shoot yet. Mike, after 2 weeks, it's your Elmo album 3600. Sorry, Dave. $100 for all. For all what, Bonnie? What did I miss? Also sadly missed. Oh, $100 for, okay. 5 rolls of 16mm Tri-X and 1 Plus X. Yeah, that was a steal. You did miss out. Bummer. 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 Sega. Shooting Linden. I'm shooting the Orwo UN54 black and white Super 8 for my showcase project. That's right. That's right. I can't wait to shoot that stuff. I don't see Manny in the chat, but I hope he got his film. It did say it was delivered. Manny, during our members only live stream a week and a half or so ago, we spun the wheel and Manny won a roll of Kodachrome, but new Kodachrome 2004 that I sent off, and it says it was delivered. So hopefully, Manny, if you watch this later, I hope you got your roll of film. Have fun with it. If you want to process it yourself, please feel free. If you want me to do it, that is included. If you want to send it to me, I'd be happy to develop it, scan it, and send it back to you for free. Mike, after 2 weeks, I saw that. Also, the Aerocon I mentioned and the Start is still up for auction. It has unfortunately been converted for external sound, the optic sound feature. Yeah, I wouldn't get it, Bonnie, unless it had the optical sound. That's what I'm interested in doing. That's not a bad idea, Mike. I thought about that. I had thought about that. I just feel like I'm not very good at that. Maybe because I have 3 rolls. I'm going to shoot one out and about. Let's just see how well the film performs. Now, he understands, the owner of Whitner Cinetech understands I develop all my own film, scan my own film. So I think he's looking for that angle as well. So I'm going to shoot it myself, 1 roll, just out and about. Let's see how it performs. We'll shoot it at box speed, which is 160, which is a tiny bit, like half stop overexposed according to box speed. And I'm going to process it with brand new, super fresh ECN2 home-built chemicals. Let's see what happens with that. And then 1 roll, I do want to shoot over 3,000 still images. And then the 3rd roll, that's not a terrible idea, Mike, making an animation film, yeah. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Take to the beach and see if you can get some good shots of wildlife. We got some really wicked cool. Wicked cool. Is that New England, Jeffrey? Wicked cool. Pelicans, brown pelicans, which I believe are they on the endangered species list? But we have them everywhere down on the beach, and they're really cool. Yeah, I know. I'd love to get some whales or sharks, but I just never get that lucky. And there isn't much down at the beach. I mean, I guess I could go down and, film people, but I just sent you a pic of the 2008 with a 4008 battery. That would be great if it has a Superman cape. Yes, that would be really cool. Oh, look at that. So that's the Beaulieu 2008 with a 4008 battery attached to it. Interesting. Okay. You guys see that? Cool, cool, cool. Wicked is unfortunately a Baston thing. Baston thing. Yar it is. By the way, Mike, what would you choose to get for free? 4 100-foot 16 millimeter rolls, or 1 400-foot 16. I would get 4 100-foot 16 millimeter rolls. Free processing included. and you get to choose any modern stock. I would get the 4 100-foot rolls. You actually get more film, but free processing. Shoot, I don't know if it was free processing for the 400-foot roll, I would do that because I can't process 400 feet of film at once. I have to cut it. I would go 400 feet. If it was me and I was doing everything myself, I would get the 4 100-foot rolls because you get like 106 feet on a 100-foot roll of Kodak. So that's what I would opt for. I went to uni in Boston. Wicked, unfortunately, is a Boston thing. Boston thing. Is that how it? Okay, how do you? I don't want to offend anyone in their native tongue, but I would park. I guess I would park anywhere there. See, I can't. I don't. I'm not. Yeah. The battery does not fit. Well, look like it fit. Free processing for both options. Well, if it were me personally, then Bonnie, I would opt for the 400-foot roll because I would shoot like an episode or something. I'd get 11 minutes, 400 feet, and have it processed for free. Pew. Yes, 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 yes. So listen to this. My mom sent me this camera because my mom in Indiana and my stepdad, they go to a lot of garage sales. They go to thrift stores a lot. And they always text me photos. Hey, is this any good? Hey, is this any good? Do you want it? Look what they got me. And just sent it the other day, and it's in mint condition. The Bell & Howell 172 8mm magazine movie camera. Let's get a better shot of this. Let's just get in there with this. Look at this. I don't want it to fall on my computer. I don't need to break another one. Look at that. You know, they did it right in the 60s. Look at this box. Hinged, the little cloth, remember these? The little cloth hinge. And it's got that 60s sort of aroma to it. But look at this. It's a magazine camera. Just, oh, stop it. We'll pop this open. Let's see, open. Whoop, little film door there. Put your magazine right in there. Close it up. Lock her down. I don't know what that is. It's got a turret, I believe, right? Push. I have not messed with this camera at all, but I think, oh yeah, pull. It's a pull tool. That's your pull handle. Pull, twist, pull, twist. I have the one lens, but I have more. I got plenty of D-mount lenses. These are great little cameras. And it runs nice. A little crank camera. There's not a whole lot you know that can go wrong with it. Just crank it up. And I got her set there on, let's see here. We'll go from 16 all the way to 64 frames per second. Purrs like a meow. Look at that. I'm going to have fun with this little gem. I'm going to have fun with that one. So thank you, Mom and Pop. My stepdad, they're just such good people. My sister's always looking out for me. My sister Lori in Indiana, they always, if they see something, they email me or message me, you know. But you know what? And it was cheap. It was like $10 or something. It wasn't a lot. I can't remember. Yeah, I know. That was the glory days. And look, this was at a thrift store. They had this in the thing because, you know, they don't know what goes in that. But this was included. May 1965. 2 rolls of 127 Verichrome pan film. Verichrome pan film. Fun film. 1965 it expired, this black and white stock. It probably will still shoot okay. Verichrome pan film. So, I got to find a 127 camera somewhere and shoot that film. You park the car in Harvard Yard. Mahoney. Woo! What? No, I'm reading. My wife is swearing me against it. Yar it is, wicked pisser. Careful, I grew up near Boston. Your cousin from Boston. Rich M, your cousin. Yeah, go with the, Bonnie, go with the 400. If it's free processing, you kidding me? That there was the fancy home moving camera, probably 60 to 80 bucks back in the day. Yes. And back in the day, 60, 80 bucks was a lot. Found the manual for your B&H 172 camera. Oh, yeah, I've seen it. I saw it, Angus. Yes, thank you for looking. Fun fact, I know a guy who knows a guy who played himself in South Park back in 2014 during season 18. That is an insanely fun fact, Bonnie. Thank you. I think that the Bell & Howe 8mm magazine is not the same as a Kodak 8mm magazine. There were like 3 different types, well, there probably was more, of 8mm magazines. But this one does look like it will, I think that one will fit, I have to dig one up, but I think that will fit the old school magazine, but maybe not. I don't know, I'll have to look. But I have a couple different ones. You might be right there, Angus. You're probably right, yeah. Instead of Star Wars, it is Star Wars. I don't like difference between them. But the 4 100-foot reels are 110 foot, so technically more film, right? Lyle, that is technically correct. Yes, I think it's closer to 106 feet, but you are right. It is technically more film. I think I would do the 400-foot. She was asking me personally, with processing included, for free processing, I would do 400 feet because I can't process 400 feet. If I'm doing it myself, then I would take the 4 100-foot rolls. Restock their 8mm and 16mm mags. I sent them some old ones to help them out. Yeah, that would, they just don't get them back a lot of times. Okay, so listen, I want to talk about a few things. And I'm hoping this stock, by the way, I'm sure it's going to be somewhere in the $40 to $50 range. Or $40 to $45 range. That's kind of where all their stocks are, which is it's fine. I finally opened a TikTok account. I have no idea what TikTok is. Well, I know what it is, but I don't use it. But I'm just debating on what I should do with it. But I do have a TikTok account now, and I guess you got to put the vertical videos on there. So I might throw some little film clips or something on TikTok. Ah, well played. Lyle. Well, I just don't. I can't develop 400-foot rolls, so I would shoot a cool full episode in 16mm. Hey, Cecil, how are you, buddy? I didn't get your film yet, Cecil. I looked yesterday, I think. Yeah, it was yesterday. Also, just found an old Edison wax cylinder phonograph for 80 cents here in Sweden. Wow. Dance moves shot on Super 8 film. I refused to get a TikTok account. Me too, forever. But then my wife works, her vet clinic that she works at, they got a TikTok account and she was in it doing one of their dumb challenges. But it started getting a lot of views, so I had to look at it and I just got the account. Isn't TikTok supposed to be banned or take? I don't know what they're going to do. I don't know. That's why I don't put anything on it right now. So listen. My brother came over and gave this to me, brand new in the box. Was sealed. Look at that thing. The Osmo. Whoop, you just lift this up. Put your phone in there. I have the phone thing. I just don't have it there. You know, and it keeps your phone all nice and groovy. Look at this thing. My older brother came over. He wanted to show it to me. He bought it for himself, but it was still sealed. And I said, when'd you get it? He goes, oh, quite a while ago. And so I opened it and started playing with it. And this thing's amazing. These little things with the joystick, you know, here, you move it around and whatnot. There's a lot of settings, there's a lot of things going on that I know nothing about. But it's going to be fun for, you know, doing my walking around vids that I do not do. Anyway, I thought it was cool. You just kind of snap it down to close it or to turn it off. So thanks again, Chad, for that. DJI Osmo 7P. Okay, guys, listen. If I don't get to talking about this, I'm so excited about it that I'm never going to get to it. I know. Right, Angus? I'll never get to it if I don't discuss. You probably could, but not that one, Jeffrey. That one, I don't think that would hold it. It is a gimbal, yes. If the gimbal has a tripod socket, I imagine so. Yeah, it has some attachments, but once I learn how to use it properly, I'm going to really go crazy with it. So I talked about this. I touched on these films, right? These films were shot on 16 millimeter. They're full feature films. Let me zoom in. That is Counseling Day and Mall Robbers, right? I have them on DVD. Here's the backs of them. Because I love DVDs, by the way. I know I'm a little bit probably dating myself, but I love having physical media. You guys know this. I got these both when they first came out. So, sorry, what is a name? What is name? The name of that one? Osmo Mobile 7P by DJI. So yeah, these are two feature films that were shot on 16 millimeter, and we're going to kind of dive into these a little bit. I've been in touch with the director of both of these films. His name is Anthony Watkins, better known as Tony Watkins. I've talked to him on the phone, and I've also emailed back and forth with him. He's a super nice guy. He's very, very open to talking about them. I asked him if I could share a clip or two of each film, and of course he said, absolutely, no problem, do whatever you want. And he sent me a couple extra sealed DVDs that I will be giving away to some special people. But anyway, 2003, Counseling Day was released. 2008, Mall Robbers was released. I think he makes an appearance in both of these. I saw one pauses here also in the video. Oh, is the close-up one stuttering? Well, we won't use that one anymore. Okay. We won't use that one. It does say I have a few dropped frames, so I'm guessing those dropped frames are coming from the close-up camera. We're going to turn that one off for now. So we're gonna next week, we're gonna delve into his Mall Robbers movie, which was from 2008. Today, we're gonna delve a little deeper into Counseling Day. It's an ensemble film. It was, it's very Clerks-esque. And if I were to describe it, I would say it centers around right here, a mild-mannered preacher, pastor. I don't know what the differences are, but they call him Pastor John. His name is Pastor John at a church. Okay, so he's a church pastor, and this chronicles his full day of all these all of these different loony people that come in for counseling in one day, right? It's one day of all of these crazy, what he goes through on Counseling Day. It's a slapstick comedy. It's a very low budget movie that was written by Tony, directed by Tony, pretty much everything by Tony. He had these DVDs pressed, not just burned, so they're true quality DVDs. There's the first one, that's the movie. And at the end of the movie, it's about an hour, I wrote it down. The movie itself is about an hour and 43 minutes. So there's the film, the DVD, and then he has a second DVD called Counseling Month. See it right there? Counseling Month. Pretty cute, pretty catchy. And that's him. Check that out, Bonnie. He's using what camera? So he did shoot this with an Aeroflex 16BL. Counseling Month is about a 3-hour-long documentary he shot, all about the behind the scenes, the stuff that we like to see. And he starts from, just his daily life, all the way through the end of the premiere, like when he premieres the film. So everything in between is there, like how he writes the script, how he edits, how he shot it, all the setups, making the dolly for the shot, for the movie. The trials and tribulations. He goes through the characters, the auditions, everything that we need to know about because we love this technical stuff. He details on that second DVD. Filmboy24, you should check out Christopher Mims movies. I shall. Let It Be was shot on 16 and transferred to 35. Very cool. So he I can't remember where I lose my train of thought. By the way, his quotes. I mean, the guy is just, it's very ingenious what he did overall with this film. His quotes, the funniest movie of last year. And I don't know if you can read that from there, but see who quoted it? Anthony Watkins, says Anthony Watkins, film's director. Screamingly funny, too. Mobbert Richam. Hey, that's Lig Patton. That's my language, Lig Patton. Not Pig Latin, Lig Patton. That's where you switch just the first two letters of two words. Anyway, very good. So I mean, come on. We got to give people credit when they spend this much time, energy, effort, money, resources into doing something that, let's not kid ourselves, all of us would love to do. And that's shoot an entire feature film on 16 millimeter movie film. Stop. If you say you don't want to, you're not telling me the truth. There's a video on YouTube where someone used a gimbal with a Bolex. I've seen somebody fly a Bolex on a drone. That was crazy too. Right, Bonnie? 16BL. That's what he used. Okay, film stock that he used. I have a little snippet of an email he sent me with some stuff. Counseling Day, which you just saw, was shot entirely on this Kodak Vision 320T 7277. This is just an empty tin of film that I had that I shot at some point. The whole film was shot on that, the original Vision stock. Yes, y'all. There's Piper. He sold roughly, he did sell these films on eBay. That's where he primarily sold them to try to recoup his money, because he did put a good sizable amount of cash into these films, as you can guesstimate when you're shooting in 2003, and film is quite popular then. It's fading, but it's quite popular then for movies. He sunk a good chunk of change. So he wanted to get a lot of it back, and he was very brilliant when it comes to casting, because he cast that's Piper. It's fine. She's getting ice out of the ice machine. So he cast a lot of people, like 40 or 50 people in both of his movies, just tons of people. Well, then he had a premiere at a big local theater, right? Hey, everybody's saying hi, Piper. Well, Mike said hi, Piper. And he charged $10 a seat, and he got, tons of money back on just on his premiere. She's gonna pop in and say hi. Give Mama the straw. Say hi.
Hey, everybody.
So,
Ooh.
yes, this was all about Counseling Day. You know this movie? Counseling Day. You need counseling. Funny film. All right,
Okay,
you can
bye.
come say goodbye. Please don't hit the camera, because then I'll have to be all crooked. Hi, Piper. Bonnie said hi, Piper.
Hi.
Angus said hi, Piper. All right, so here it is. Ice. He called you Ice Piper. So he got that. Let's see. Counseling Day was transferred best light, standard definition at Alpha Cine in Seattle. Now I looked up Alpha Cine. They're long gone. They've been gone for years. They were a transfer house in Seattle, Washington. And apparently there's some people that are not super happy with Alpha Cine right now because I guess they kept a lot of things. But even Tony told me he ended up not being all that happy with Alpha Cine. And eventually on his second movie, for the first 5 weeks of transfers, he used them. And then he moved over to Technicolor in Los Angeles, which, as we know, is a highly reputable transfer house. Ice Piper. I'm considering buying a Bolex H8 Rex 3. Is there any real advantage to the Rex 4 versus the Rex 3? Hi, Piper. With the Rex 3, isn't that the 1-to-1 shaft as opposed to the 1-to-8? So you can use... Also, I believe, I could be wrong on this. There's people that know better than me without me looking. But the viewfinder, you could put the much brighter viewfinder on the Rex 4 and 5, I believe, versus the 1, 2, and 3, I believe. But don't quote me on that. Yes, Mike, I think 1, 2, and 3 has the, like mine is the 1, has the really not bright viewfinder. And the 4 and 5, I believe, have the 16x. Is that right? That's my guess. That's my guess. And the 1-to-1 drive, I believe. So it's more motor friendly. All right. So I've been dying to show you guys something. It sounds like Slam Bang Theater. It was local show here in North Texas. The cameraman wore Monkey Mask TV series from 59 to 72. Thanks. I think the Rex 4 have a higher chance of having magazine mount. No, the Rex 5 had the magazine mounts, Bonnie, not the Rex 4. Those conversion... Oh, maybe they could be converted, yeah. Mine needs to shoot during a solar flare to see. Mine's really dim. I'm with you, Barry. Good to know. I never look through the finder. So I stole one clip myself, kind of cleaned it up a little bit. Remember, this film was transferred in SD in 2002, likely. SD, probably 720, not even 720, probably like 480 quality. I don't know. But for the time, I mean, it was really well done. It's a slapstick comedy. I pulled one scene. It is Pastor John's right-hand man at the church. And he's going into Pastor John's office to try to find him, to talk to him. And he's met with someone else. Yeah, 640 by 480 probably. Yeah, that's probably it, Jeffrey. Now, I left it in its native 4x3 form because that's beautiful. But it'll still have the bars because we are talking in 1080 right now. So I want to show you a clip from the movie that I thought was pretty funny. And then we'll talk about it in 1 second. But let me find it here. And I also want to show you guys a film in a minute too that I scanned. Counseling day right there. Let's stop it. All right.
Yeah. Sorry we weren't.
Does anybody want to turn off the lights? Jeffrey's got his popcorn. SD 720 by 480, a teeny bit better than standard DVD. All right, here's the clip. Turn your speakers up.
Yeah. Sorry we weren't able to help Mr. Speck.
That's
Maybe
Chester.
the Lord can deal with him while he's finishing his sentence. Yeah, okay. Bye-bye. Excuse me, sir. I was looking for the pastor. Hello?
So that was, yeah. Did my audio go out? I feel like my audio went out. Oh, there we go. All right, I'm good. Was that me coughing? Sorry. Woo! It's a ghost, of course. So yeah, nice little clean edits and continuity. I mean, that's, you know, the film was shot 23 years ago. So for a 23-year-old film, released in 03, so released 22 years ago, it's just, I think I said it before. Even if you don't like the movie itself, you have to appreciate what went into doing it. What somebody goes through to get a finished copy like this in the can or in the box. I've been on a lot of short film sets, so it's not an easy process. Especially, now take the fact that it's not an easy process, then couple it with the fact that at any given time he had, like 3 or 4 helpers with him, and he's shooting on film, so he has no idea what he's getting, and he's got to wait for it to be developed and hope that he's got something, and he's editing it on tape, right? He used Betacam to edit with. Wow. Yeah, I don't know what he was. I can't remember, Lyle, when he gets up, because I cut it. I just wanted to kind of show that scene itself. But yeah, by the way, the kid sitting down in the chair, that's the director Anthony Watkins' younger brother. He's helped on pretty much all of the films, as best as I can tell. He's a musician, plays pretty darn good guitar. Right, Mike? I mean, so much work, but that's the fun of it. I mean, the troubleshooting, the just the art of getting out there and doing it. Now, I did ask Tony, I said, what are the chances you'll do another one on 60 millimeter film? And he goes, 0. In a couple more years or so, he wants to finish something else that he's been working on, but he's been pretty busy. He'll do that on digital. Video is too easy. DVD, Blu-ray collection, where is the Kickstarter? Woo! All those cuts in that scene will have needed a huge amount of setup time. I know, there's a lot going on there. And the guy that you saw, well, both of them, both characters that you saw, also have prominent roles in both of these movies. So in Counseling Day, you just saw this guy, William Weiss, right here, right there. He's also in this movie, right there on the very top. This one we're going to talk about. I'm telling you, I'm going to pull a good scene out of this one too for next week. But listen, he also sent me. I mean, he's a behind the scenes guy. He's our kind of guy, right? He likes this kind of stuff. He's about helping the community. He sent me the shooting script, not the original, but his copy. I mean, a copy of his shooting script, right? He would include these sometimes if you ordered the DVD, and it's got all of the markings and whatnot, the entire shooting script for Counseling Day. See if it's dated. Property of Dominion Films, 7th draft, in-house copy, number 1 for distribution, 4 of 2001. He also sent me the shooting script for Mall Robbers. The making of DVD on Mall Robbers is a lot of fun too. 5/30 of 2004. So that gives you an idea of what I mean, he released Mall Robbers in 2008, and Mall Robbers, it's the premise of the movie is genius. It's about all these separate groups of people that want to get into a local mall for one reason or another one night, and they all happen to converge at the same time. So this is the shooting script to Mall Robbers. He also sent me the Counseling Day press kit that he would put together to send out to festivals. Do you remember these? Press kit. I've done a lot of press kits. And it has photographs, like you want always behind the scenes stuff, copies of like newspaper clippings. That's him and his brother in the top picture there. And then the bottom that's the guy we just saw, William Weiss, and another actor. Some photographs. Look at this. You got to see these pictures. There he is. That's a hostess cart. That's what they call those things that you attach to a car. So there's one picture, him shooting into the car. And then there he is chilling, the black and white photo with his Airy BL. And here is some more black and white shots. Sitting at the desk on the bottom there. And then another shot there. You see the camera behind, over there behind his head. And then this is actor Jeremy Ogden on top, plays Pastor John's bad son Benny, who steals the youth pop supply. All their soda. And then on the bottom you see Aggie, Wes, Chester, Pastor John, Anthony, and Girth watch as the ambulance drives away with Freebird. So I'm probably giving away some of the movie, and I probably shouldn't, but... And then here's William Weiss with the Mac 10. Look at that. And there is Assistant Director Titus Price sets up the documentary camera. And then there's Pastor John in his car with the camera right next to him there on top. And then another shot. They were inside a diner. And if I remember correctly from reading up, Tony used to work at that diner and so got permission, relatively easy to shoot in there, which is pretty darn cool. I have some friends that own a diner, and I've shot in there before. And then, you know, his documentation. Let's talk about stuff, right? The press kit. The press kit talks about his actors, mainly about the actors, the production company, the film. Spend a day in the life of your local pastor. From the team that brought you Essays from a Nut, Counseling Day is a hilarious look at small-town preacher Pastor John and his trusty sidekick Chester trying to survive a day of counseling, a steady parade of troubled parishioners as their problems go from bad to absurd. Watch as Freebird breaks both of his arms and count the crotch kicks as they quickly add up. Be careful how hard you laugh, because if Pastor John is your local preacher, then you are the troubled parishioner. And lastly, he just put his business card right there on the front. Oh, this is fun. And he also sent me the Mall Robbers press kit, which we are not going to go through today, but there's even more goodies in that one. We're going to get into that next week. And Bonnie's going to be so jelly. He also sent me a piece of equipment that was on set of Counseling Day. One of 6 of these was on set during filming of Counseling Day. Bonnie. He had it in storage. He doesn't have the camera anymore. So now I can proudly display this piece of art. Yes, Bonnie, something for the 16BL. A magazine. Magazine 5. Woohoo! So I will cherish that, of course. One day I might even get a camera that could take that magazine. Just, I mean, an absolutely awesome gesture. Awesome gesture from Anthony. And Anthony, if you're watching this, or if you just, I don't think he's watching it live, but if you are, thank you so much. I cannot wait to tear into Mall Robbers next Sunday. We're gonna dig into that. I'm gonna show another scene like we did earlier. That scene was one of my favorites in Counseling Day, by the way. And I just love this movie. I just, there's nothing I don't love about it, and mainly because I know what goes into doing it. I will be giving away a couple of, I don't know if I'm going to give away the set like this, or give away, more people would get them if I did them individually. He sent me 4 of each. Now I'm keeping a sealed set for myself to add to my Dominion Pictures collection. But I will give away, and I had lost my Counseling Day, so for sure I'm giving away 4 DVDs. For sure I'm giving away 4 or 2 sets, but I don't know whether to give them away as a set or just do boom, 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 boom. Also, 1 like after a whole hour. Also just 1 like the stream. I had a Popular Science magazines in front of me, and it does not look like that. This is also on brand. Saving film history. Love it, Mike. Thank you, Lyle. Yes, I love this kind of stuff. Lime says individually because I want one. Well, I'm going to also give one away on the members only live stream, because, and then you have a one, and usually there's like 9 or 10 people there. So you have a 10% chance of getting that one. I don't know how I'm going to give them away yet. We'll talk about that maybe next week, because I want to get through all of this first, because this is just something that's so special to me. Anytime, you guys remember we talked about Killer, that Super 8 film that was shot, that feature film, which is my all-time favorite feature film shot on Super 8. I'd give away a couple of those. Maybe I should get with Tony. That's another Tony Elwood, who's also a super cool guy in North Carolina. So I should get with Tony Elwood and see if he's interested in doing a giveaway. Maybe give one of his films away. He has them on Blu-ray and DVD. But anyway, if you don't win these, if you don't win a free one, we have Piper spin the wheel. We could do that. The problem is we have usually more people in the live stream than I have numbers on the wheel. So if you don't win one of these, he's not that interested in, Tony is not that interested in selling these, right? Even though he has quite a few. And I forgot to mention, he sold these on eBay primarily. And he did tell me that he sold about 2,000 DVDs of each. And he sold them for around $20 a piece. That was his sweet spot, he said. And he's right. If you sell them too cheap, people are going to take them as too cheap. If you sell them too expensive, they're going to just take you as greedy. So he said $20 was around the sweet spot. He even had one person that bought like 12 of them to give away to their family at Christmas because they loved it so much. So it was kind of fun. So he did get all of his money back. He basically broke even on these after the premiere. And by the way, the premiere, a lot of the premiere is on the behind the scenes also, which is a lot of fun, rolling up in limousines and interviews of the actors and stuff. But he basically told me, he goes, Mike, I don't really care about making any more money on these. He goes, if people want them, I'll ship them anywhere in the U.S. for just have them send me $10 and I'll ship them one. So if you are interested and you don't win one, you can get them. And he also, maybe I shouldn't even say this, but I'm gonna, because why wouldn't I? He's also streams them. He also has a website, and you can watch them on his website. He has all of that on there. But I like physical media. And if you like physical media too, what did Jeffrey say? Oh yeah, write the number on the back of a $50 bill. Now you're talking. Now you're talking. Fino. Wait, I'm showing 12 likes. I don't know how many I'm showing. Let me see. Everybody hit the like button. I see 15. Yeah, let's try to get to at least 20. I'd like to view them on his website. Go to, I can't remember the, you know what I'm going to do also? I'm going to, I'll give you the website, but I want to show you the clip of Mall Robbers first. I don't have it, so we'll do it next week. Let me get through all of his stuff. You can watch it. I'm sure you guys can find it. You guys are, you know. But then I'm going to post it on the Filmboy24 community Facebook group, and I'll do it on here. We'll put the I'll give you guys the link to where you can watch them. But I do still, he was kind enough to send everything to me, so I do want to still send a couple DVDs to people. I will just do giveaways on those. You see 15 likes. Let's try to get it to 20. How about that? There's 27, 26 people here. There's 16. All right, so anyway, I'm not worried about the likes. Everybody likes the way they want to like. I want to show you guys something. Thank you, Tony Watkins. Thank you very much, my friend. I look forward to next week where we get into Mall Robbers. Mall Robbers was a lot of fun. And I'll tell you what he shot it on. I'll tell you what film stock he used. One thing I did forget to ask Tony, and Tony, if you're watching this, maybe you could email me the answer. What did you use for audio? I feel like you used a Tascam DAT recorder, if I remember right. Yes, guys, you heard me, a DAT recorder. That's what we used back then. Remember the DAT recorders? Hey, there's Tony. Fun to hear these films still being talked about. Thank you for being here, buddy, and thank you for, everybody thank Tony real quick. You see him right there. For allowing us to show clips and to talk about these 16 millimeter feature films. Tony, what did you do the audio with? Am I right by saying Tascam DAT? I feel like that's what you used. But I can't remember. I've watched the behind the scenes so many times. Yes, DAT recorders, Pro recorder. Yes, you remember that? You remember that, Lyndon? Mahalo, Tony. Cheers, Tony. Thanks, Tony. Limelight says DAT tapes are fun to think about, but the tape decks and tapes themselves these days are uber expensive. Thanks, Tony. Great films. Yeah, I think you guys are going to have fun with these movies. We have to appreciate them. Anytime somebody puts that kind of time and effort into something, he wrote it all. Tascam DAP1. There it is. Thank you, Tony. Yes, Tascam DAP1. And I believe that's a DAT recorder. You have a Fostex DAT deck in storage. I had a DAT recorder years ago. Little tapes, right? Little tapes. They were fun. I have a Marantz digital recorder now that I've used on some films, films and videos. Yes, when they came out, industry worried about CDs being copied. 1987. Jack says, "Thank you, Tony." Yes, Tony. I hope that you're around. I know you have a relatively busy schedule, like we all do. I hope you're around next Sunday because I do want to dive into Mall Robbers. Marantz rules. I loved Marantz. I really did. When I was a police detective, we used Marantz tape decks in interview rooms. I remember them vividly. The tape deck, the professional Marantz recorders. So when is the Studio Entertainment Corp opening in Florida? When is the Filmboy24 Studio and Entertainment Corp? One can dream. One can dream. I want to show you guys a quick film. And I want to see who in Filmboy24 land. I know we're an hour and a half in. No, we're only an hour and 15. We got plenty of time. I want to say, let's find out who can first recognize where the film was shot. I recently found my warranty cards for my Marantz gear from 1978. Wow. I want to see who can tell me where this was shot. You're no doubt going to see, you're going to know what it is. I did a found film. I did a Super 8 Sunday episode years ago on YouTube when I used to take previously developed films and scan them and show them. But I want to revisit this particular film because it was fun, and I want to see if anybody can tell me. And I think what we're going to do is that maybe how we're going to do our giveaway, our first giveaway. We won't make this one the giveaway. This will just be for fun. But I think we'll do something like that, like the first person that can identify the correct year maybe, or film stock, or venue. But let's see who can identify the venue, maybe the film stock, and the year. I don't know the year it was filmed, but I know the year the film stock was made of this film that I have right here. Somebody want to get the lights, please? Check it out. Where is this? Because that I do know. This is Super 8 film, so that should maybe help you with the year at least. I scanned this film years ago, and I just rescanned it today. I scanned it in 4K, but I also down-resed it for the live stream. I know Radios. I thought about you when I was scanning this. You're right, Radios. No clue. This is one that I wish had sound. Not Jacksonville, Florida. The colors, I know. What kind of film is it? It is not Seattle, Washington. Anybody know the type of film? Not Washington State. It is not California. Yes, Jim Cahill. Is this Kodachrome? That's the person's name in the car, by the way. They did these funky writings, and I actually looked up a couple of the people. Some of the names are very difficult to understand and read because of the way they wrote them, and they tried to be artistic about it. Iffychrome. It is definitely Iffychrome. You are correct. Super Cine. It is not. The film itself, I don't know when this was shot, but I do know why are they focusing so much on these people. Animal House. I don't know what year it was shot. I can just tell you what year, the date code of the film. It is not 1976. And I'll tell you that they are likely grandmothers now. Radios, no. It is not 1971, though you're not that far off. No. Look at those stores. There's a Woolworth. So you're going to do this, Radios. You're going to go just up and down. I mean, you'll get it eventually. Nobody has said the correct date yet. I will just tell you that. Of the film itself. Lots of high schools in the area. So, guys, you got to really think outside the box. Radios did finally get the date. It is not Birmingham, Alabama. Radios is right. The date is 1968. It is Kodachrome. Nobody has... Oh, Angus, you cheat. Did you cheat? No, he didn't cheat. He knows. I'm sure he looked it up, but that's what everybody's doing. Angus is correct. That is Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Sioux Falls, South Dakota. As old as me. Yes, it is. Japan. I once had a 60 Chevy identical to the blue pickup parked on the street. I would love to have a 60 Chevy. I think Tony, who is here in the chat somewhere, Tony Watkins, he had a really cool Chevy pickup. Was it a Chevy pickup? An old pickup, step side. Was really cool looking. It's in, by the way, you'll see it. It's in this. Anyway, Sioux Falls, South Dakota. I have a second one, and next week we're going to talk about mall robbers, and we're going to show another Sioux Falls, South Dakota parade film. And I think it was just a continuation or a prequel to that footage. I don't know if it was before or after, but it's fun as well. So I want to show the follow-up to that one next week. Had to go check on my bonfire. What did you didn't miss anything at all. Just the most important stuff, Travis. I showed the clip. I showed a clip to Counseling Day. And I just showed a film from 1968. I saw a sign on one of those floats, Sioux Falls College. Oh, did you? I didn't see that. But it was listed on here. And the edge code was 2 pluses, which is only 1968. Excuse me. I've had these films for a long time. Years. I mean, 5 years probably. So what I win for guessing wrong, participation award. You, my friend, get a big fat 0 on your trophy. Let's do 0 trophies. Everyone, if you want a trophy, you can have a trophy, but it's going to have a big old 0 on top. Sounds interesting. What? Go GeoGuessr. GeoGuessr? I knew that. After all my hours on GeoGuessr, I can now recognize any place on Earth. GeoGuessr. You guys are crazy. Everyone gets a trophy. You get a trophy. You get a trophy. You get a trophy. That could have been my show, right? Look under your seat. You get a film. You get a pack of film. You get a pack of film. Look under your seat. I still have my... What's a PLD Chevy pickup? Oh, you mean old. You still have your old Chevy pickup? I'd love to have an old Chevy pickup. I like the square body, the 80s ones. Those were cool looking. I have a friend that's redoing one. Speaking of recorders, I have a Tascam DR 100 MK3 Mark III linear PCM recorder. Those are really cool. That's not the little one with it's got the little bars on it that you can kind of hold on to, but it's kind of a small one. I loved those, if that's the one. What was the Counselor movie? This is a movie that was shot on 16 millimeter by Mr. Tony Watkins and crew in 2002, I believe he shot it. Released in 2003. And I'm giving away a couple of copies of it on DVD to lucky winners. You got chewed up gum under your seat. You got chewed up gum. You got chewed up gum. We would have to do that. You know that. Mm-hmm. You have rust and chewed up gum under your seat. My wife. Oy. Counseling Day, I think. Yes, Counseling Day. I have a 2004 2500 HD diesel. That is a beast. That is a beast. Or Time Guesser. That's literally what we were playing, but the images instead of films. Cecil. He feels honored to be a 0. Nicole, what do you think about trophies for everyone? But the winner gets a nice trophy with like a film reel on it, but all the others get a trophy with a big fat 0 on top. Stop being logical.
So why don't you go, good job. That's free.
Nicole's not with the everyone gets a trophy with a 0. She just says, good job, go. Dude has a giant bottle of Listerine on his desk. That's the legal way to drink alcohol on the job. Do you have another film to show? Not today, I don't. No. Temu sells trophies. Digital trophies. That's much cheaper. She's too practical. But she did let me bid on a camera, so she's practical in some sense.
You're spoiled.
I am kind of spoiled. He did. Somebody else mentioned the giant Listerine bottle, and I missed it. The set was dressed well. Tony, you did a good job. I mean, they dressed it well. Some of the gags that they do in it, some of the things they do, I like I'm not going to give it away. The boom pole with the sheetrock. Whoa, there goes that. It's going to take 8 months to ship. Yeah, Temu. My wife and kids they always order from Shein, Shein or something. Some company in China that sends them all this stuff. I don't know. Takes a while to get here though. So guys, that's it. We are 1 hour and 28 minutes in. I want to give a huge thank you to everybody that has become a channel member. You guys help me way more than you know. I know I haven't put out as much channel member content as I really wanted to. But I will, I promise-ish, that I will be getting some more content for the members. We do our live stream. Every month we have a members only live stream, usually for a couple hours. So big thank you to all my channel members. It helps a lot to keep this whole situation rolling. I know it's only $5 a month to you, but to me it means a lot. So thank you. Also a huge shout out and big thank you to our special guest who I'm glad popped up in the chat, Mr. Tony Watkins. Thank you for sending everything. I truly appreciate it. It will go to good use. I appreciate you and I appreciate what you went through. He's done other films too, by the way. He did shoot 16mm, a movie called Man of War. But that was later incorporated. It was like 40 minutes long, but it was incorporated and will be more incorporated into another longer feature film. So it'll be playing kind of in the background, that one. But when he shoots the rest of the big feature, that will be on digital. So thank you so much, Tony, for everything that you have done for the film community, that you've done here for us. I appreciate it, and I hope everybody can pop back in next Sunday. Same time, same place, same boring set that we have here. Same overhead light. Another great show, getting ready to storm here. See you next time. Bye, Piper and Tony. See you on the very next go-around. Another great Stay Puffed Shirt Guy show. Thursday, September 4th, Ben's Camera Show. Mark your calendars. I got to mark mine. I hate missing his. Thanks for the streams. Make Sundays better. It's not rainy here. It's cloudy and 83 degrees. Guys, I love you all like family. Dad jokes. Can't tell Nicole. She'll come take the book again. We'll exit with one. I'm in a random page. An electrician. As an electrician, I never have a hard time finding work. I'm just really good at making connections. That's not me, that's the book. That's not me, that's the book. Great stream. Thank you, Bart. Oh gosh, guys. Love you guys. You guys are my family, you know it. Next Sunday, flip the video, everything backwards. I love you guys. I'll see everybody next Sunday. Peace out.